For hire? The Republic needs every gun that's willing. Corellia's under Imperial control. Every squad, soldier, and CO in the galaxy is fighting to get her back. We thought the Empire had taken the planet by force. Turns out, they had the Corellian Council's blessing.
They deserve whatever the Empire gets, and worse.
We'd have to get to them first. The Empire's taken over factories, shipyards, even local transport. The transport blockades become the most urgent problem. The Republic's got allies all over Corellia. But without access to the rocket tram system, most of the Republic army is stuck here.
Where do these rocket trams run?
The suspended tracks all around Coronet City. It's the only way to reach some areas, and troop deployment's crippled without it. Corellia is a core world, a major industrial hub, and one of the founding members of the Republic. If we fall here, it might be for good. General Aves knows more about the trans system situation. He wants to see anyone willing to help.
I'll report to General Aves. Just tell me where to find him.
General Aves has a command bunker here in the spaceport. I'll tell him to expect you.
General Aves, I was told you could use some help.
Captain, more than one officer has told me you can get things done. Corporal Hartke explained we've lost access to the rocket trams, but he wasn't clear to know why. The Empire's gotten their hands on some modified neutron emitters. They're using them to wipe out anyone on board the trams.
Are the Imperials attacking Corellian passengers too?
Unfortunately, yes. But it hasn't stopped them from trying to escape to the more war-torn areas. The Republic has allies all over Corellia, but they're no help if we can't reach them. We've got to find those neutron emitters. We've received word that Corsac may have intel on the neutron emitter's location. They've carved out a safe haven in the red light sector.
Red light sectors are usually full of criminals.
Not anymore. Lots of this hiding there. Most of the casinos, clubs, and cantinas have been shut down. Without trams, the only way to reach the red light sector is on foot, and Imperial shock troops control what's in between. If you attack the Empire's supply camps, the shock troops will be distracted. My escort will move to meet up with Corsac as fast as we can.
Got it. Don't even need to write it down.
Once you reach the red light sector, meet me in the Gilded Descent. It's an old casino turned Corsac fortress. I'll let Corsac know we're coming. We'll be right behind you. Welcome to the Gilded Descent. Corsac had the intel on the neutron emitters ready and waiting for us. The emitters are at Coronet Shipping. They're a major distributor of starship parts and weapons. The place is built like a fortress. Unfortunately, the Empire's using it as shock troop headquarters. That makes a straight assault impossible. Too many defenses.
We beat the shock troops around the spaceport, didn't we?
That was just a few patrols. We're talking about a fully staffed and heavily armed HQ. Nearly every place on Corellia has a back door. Corsac thinks some of the Selonian tunnels run right under Coronet Shipping. The Selonians haven't dealt much with the Republic, so I sent a Corellian to do the negotiating. He should have been back by now.
Who is this Corellian exactly? Can he be trusted?
Cole Kantaris, a former captain in Corsac's Council Guard. The man's impulsive, but he hasn't let me down yet.
Sir, Imperials attacked the rendezvous point. Captain Kantaris and the Selonian have been captured.
Someone tipped off the Imperials. Do we know where they're being held?
There's a captured Corsac station nearby. It would have the cell blocks and fortifications they'd need.
Corsac needs to keep the red light sector secure. You've got to free Captain Kantaris and his Selonian contact.
I'll take care of that.
These Corsac stations have room for plenty more prisoners. Help them if you can. But Kantaris and his contact are your primary concern. I'll put Corsac on alert, and tell my scouts to watch for any sign of them. Get going.
Kantaris? General Abe sent me to get you out of here.
Just in time, too. I didn't like the looks of those Imperial interrogators. This is Goss, head of the local Selonian sept. She can get us inside Coronet shipping.
Has something happened to the Selonians? If I get them out, is there somewhere safe they can go? I'll clear out the Imperials and help as many as I can.
Can't really ask for more than that. Place looks pretty cleared out. Goss and I will get back to the red light sector and meet up with General Aves. The Imperials will hit the Selonians hard once they discover our escape. You better move fast. You'd make it back. Glad you didn't bring the Empire with you.
The Selonians made it to the red light sector. The Imperials were too scattered by your attack to stop them.
Goss is helping her sept settle in. I didn't thank you properly earlier.
You wouldn't be much help from an Imperial cell.
I'm betting I wouldn't be very pleasant to be around either.
Your actions gained you more than one ally. Goss had her people confirm the Selonian tunnels ran underneath Coronet shipping. The Selonians were forced out of the tunnels by the Empire. But plenty of predators moved in afterwards. You'll have to be careful.
It'll take more than a dumb critter to kill me.
As long as you're down there, you could clear some of those predators out. The Selonians would like their homes back someday.
The tunnels will bypass the shock troops, but their commander, Captain Granta, will be inside. Don't underestimate him.
Imperials usually underestimate me.
If Captain Granta loses a battle, he just starts another one. Don't give him that chance.
You'll find the neutron emitters outside, somewhere with a clear shot at the tram system. This spike should override any Imperial security. The neutron emitters will interfere with portable comm transmissions. Once you're inside, contact me through Coronet Shipping's system.
Congratulations, you're inside. Did you give any thought to what might happen next? Coronet Shipping is under my command. You may have beaten our defenses, but you won't get past my men.
I want to ask all the troops I just passed about that.
You'll find the men who guard the tunnels very different from the men who guard me. Outside, the tunnels were your escape route. In here, you have nowhere to run. Destroying the neutron emitters will get you nowhere. We have other ways of keeping the Republic under control.
No matter how many tricks the Empire pulls, I'll stop them.
You will be another corpse. Nothing more.
Orders, sir.
Show the Republic how the Empire handles its enemies.
If you try and stop me, you won't like the results. Captain Granta is dead, General. We're ready to shut down the neutron emitters.
Cancel that. Imperial troops are boarding the rocket trams. trying to cripple us before we can move out. If the Imperials hit us hard enough, we'll have no one left to send. We have to use the neutron emitters to wipe them out.
We can't kill innocent people just for a quick victory.
Then we'll have to defeat them the old-fashioned way. Let's hope winning the battle doesn't cost us the war.
你估社會下拉白顯你這個落位你。
We've been busy. Coronet shipping's still a mess. But the rocket trams are up and running.
There were over 24 civilians on those trams. Thanks to you, a lot of them are already off-world.
I'd be happier if any of them had stayed to help. We've lost supplies and men all over this sector.
I don't kill innocent people. Just a little policy I have.
There's a difference between innocent and recklessly putting yourself in harm's way. What's important is we have access to the rocket tram. We're already moving troops and supplies to Republic holdouts across Corellia. But the Empire's not making it easy. Once our reinforcements move from the rocket tram to the ground transport, they disappear.
We're not sure how the Empire's catching them, but someone contacted us who thinks he does. Councilor Belos, of the same Corellian council that voted to join the Empire.
That was a mistake. The Republic's trying to free Corellia. I want to help.
We don't need a traitor's help.
I'm risking my life to contact you. The least you could do is hear me out.
We're risking our lives every day to undo the Council's decision. We don't owe you a thing.
I'm not asking for forgiveness. But your reinforcements will never get through Labor Valley without my help. Your men disappear once they move to speeders. The Empire's using prototype droids that can bring down any short-range vehicle.
You'll forgive me if I don't take your word for it.
The Council interacts with the heads of the Empire on a daily basis. My assistant, Dina Behar, has been researching the droids. I've instructed her to meet you in Labor Valley. Can she expect you?
Just so we're clear, I killed double-crossers.
Empire would do worse. Believe me, I want the Republic to win. I should get back before I'm missed. If I learn anything else that might help, I'll contact you.
This is a trap. We'll find out soon enough. Take the rocket tram to Labor Valley and find this Dina Behar. We need to stop those droids.
Behar? I was told you had some information for me.
I've been expecting you, Captain. We might not have another chance, so listen closely. You already know the Empire's droids are in a secure laboratory. Its toughest defenses are the prison-grade vault doors. The doors can resist any kind of unauthorized entry, except in an emergency. You'll need disaster relief droids to get inside.
What exactly do you do for Councilor Belos again?
Councilor Belos is a busy man. I keep him informed on many issues. The Baharan Droid Factory specializes in disaster relief droids. They're here in Labor Valley, but they've been closed since the Empire arrived. The Empire shipped out Baharan's inventory before shutting down the factory. You'll need to get it up and running if you want those droids.
Aren't there any Baharan employees who can help?
Killed for resisting, like a lot of Labor Valley's workforce. Most factories here are empty. You'll need to restore power by reactivating the factory's off-site generators first, and then start up the assembly line. There are some risks involved. The generators are located in Hellfire, and rebooting the assembly line will activate any unfinished droids.
It won't be a problem.
Once the assembly line's moving, the factory has to be reconnected to the supply grid. The machines will get their parts, you'll get your droids, and the droids will get you inside the Empire's lab.
When I get to this factory, I better not find an Imperial ambush.
The Imperials will try to stop you, but it won't be because of me or Counselor Belos. Once you've hooked up the supply grid, contact me through the factory comm system. That should let me verify that everything's working. Until then, it's best if we don't speak.
All as instructed, Dina. The Baharan droid factory is up and running.
Perfect. Your disaster relief droids should be ready. You can use the remotes to control them. I'm impressed. It would have taken the workers weeks to reopen the factory.
The factory working. Do I have the droids I need?
The droids will get you inside the lab, but the Empire's gotten their hands on Dennison Varric, one of the best scientists on Corellia. The prototype droids are Varric's work, as are the lab's security systems, the deadliest in the galaxy.
The galaxy can throw whatever it wants at me. I can take it.
Be careful. Varric's droids take out Republic reinforcements every day. Imagine what his security could do to you. Once you're inside the lab, find the testing grounds. Varric, his team, and the Empire's droids should all be there. Destroy the droids and the Republic's supply runs will make it through Labor Valley. Counselor Belos guarantees it.
Those droids won't be leaving the Empire's lab again.
Comm General Aves as soon as you have control. Use the lab comm system. The Empire's monitoring Republic frequencies. I should return to my work for the Counselor. It was a pleasure.
What kind of degenerate attacks a laboratory? Those doors were pure Durasteel, at least 5 layers thick. How did you even get inside?
It's so hard to be humble, knowing how great I am.
I suppose there's no way I could have prepared for a person of your skill. Oh, the Republic troops, yeah. A terrible business. I can assure you, my droids are not responsible. They're equipped for combat, but only for defensive purposes. There's no need to destroy them.
You might want to recheck your facts.
I don't know what you're talking about. I won't argue with an armed intruder. Just give me a moment to make the proper adjustments. These droids are my greatest work. I can't allow you to destroy them. I'm sorry. These droids could destroy speeders mid-flight. They were tested against the Empire's strongest men. Yes, the droids were made for the Empire. I supported the Council's decision. I'm not ashamed. The Republic's falling, and they expect brilliant men like me to go down with her. I won't do it.
Wake me when you're done.
I don't expect you to understand. Things being what they are, I'm the one who has to adapt. If the Republic is Corellia's future, I'm willing to look past my political views. You've seen my designs in action. I could create similar things for the Republic, if they'll have me.
If you're willing, the Republic could use your skills.
I'll let my staff know. Thank you for this chance. The Republic may be smarter than I thought.
General Aves, the Empire's droids have been destroyed.
The General's a little busy right now, so you get me. Corsac will be there to deal with Dennison Varric soon. I wasn't expecting the Councilor's information to check out. For your sake, I'm glad it did.
Where does the Republic go from here?
With Labor Valley under control, the Republic set their sights on Axial Park. The Empire's launched a major offensive to keep us out. Armies, walkers, trenches. They're already calling it the Battle of Axial Park. General Aves needs all the help he can get.
I'll be there as quick as I can.
Axial Park is just a tram ride away from Capitol Square. We win this battle, and the Empire's cornered. Head to Axial Park and check in with the General. He'll tell you what to do.
Checking in, General Aves. Captain Kantara said you needed me.
If we need you anywhere on Corellia, it's here. We're getting close, and the Imperials know it. We've been on the march since the blockade ended. When we reached Axial Park, the Empire was waiting. Axial Park is the gateway to Capitol Square, and a monument to Republic history. Failure isn't an option here.
Tell me what I can do.
Every time we gain some ground, our troops get ambushed. Between the Special Forces and the Imperial Army, my men are overwhelmed. We're about to start a major offensive into Imperial territory. I need someone on the battlefield dealing with these ambushes as they appear.
Whatever the Empire throws at me, I can handle it.
I believe it. We've got to secure the ground we have. Our engineers are creating a perimeter of trenches around the command center. The engineers have armed escorts, but the Empire's hit them hard. They'll need your protection until the trenches are stabilized.
You'll need more than trenches to defeat the Empire.
I've got my scouts working to find Special Forces before they strike. As reports come in, I'll contact you with your next objective. Make sure you're prepared before you head out. There's no time to rest on the battlefield.
Rendezvous point, General Aves.
Good work. The Republic's taking care of what's left of the Empire's Special Forces. Those commanders you ran into were Imperial Guard, the most elite fighting force in the galaxy. If the Imperial Guard has landed in force on Corellia, this battle's nowhere close to over. We've got to get past them first.
I've never heard of the Imperial Guard.
It's extremely rare to see more than one at a time. As a unit, they've never been defeated and answer directly to the Emperor. We've got to find the Imperial Guard before they find us. Tracing their dispatch orders will be our best bet. The Imperial Command Center's not far from here. Use the spike to take control. Our techs will scan for any orders related to the Imperial Guard.
With their special forces down, the Imperial Guard might attack.
You brought the Republic this far. Our troops will give you as long as you need. The Empire's jammed our portable comm frequencies. Use their comm station to contact me once you've spiked their systems. The Command Center is the Empire's last holdout in Axial Park. Get inside and find out what they're planning.
Spike's in, General. You should have access to the Empire's systems.
Our techs are hacked in and ready. Now let's see where the Imperial Guard's been hiding. Imperial Guard orders are being transmitted from the Museum Republica. Looks like they want to hit us where it hurts. That rules out aerial bombardment, or a major assault. One stray grenade could destroy centuries of history.
Is there any way to get the Imperial Guard into the open?
No chance. They've got a good position, and they know it. These dispatch orders come from Commander Tainer, head of the Imperial Guard. Commander's the one with the battle plan. If something happened to him, it would take time for the Imperial Guard to adjust.
Are you asking me to kill him?
Commander Tainer doesn't negotiate, and he'd never surrender. I don't see any other options. If the commander's smart, he'll post a few men at the door and hide the rest in the museum. Move fast and stay sharp. The Museum Republica's collection dates back to the founding. Spare anything you can from the crossfire.
This stuff wouldn't be worth any creds, would it?
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Get inside the museum and find the commander. I'll send reinforcements as soon as I can.
Commander Tainer.
And you're the reason half my guardsmen aren't responding. I've been waiting a long time for you to reach us. The Republic must be doing well.
You don't seem too concerned.
Why should I be? The Empire's fate in Axial Park is in no way tied to mine. The Imperial Guard has no interest in Corellia or the Republic's claim. Our men in the field were sent to challenge you. The Emperor is aware of your presence. Your interference can no longer be allowed.
The Emperor sent you here to kill me?
I imagine our next objective will be to retake Axial Park, but first things first. Those who challenge the Imperial Guard challenge the Emperor himself. Countless worlds, countless armies. To fall here? We are an extension of the Emperor's power. He cannot be defeated. I cannot be defeated!
People say I'm overconfident.
I swore an oath of loyalty to the Emperor. To break it is unforgivable. My mistakes cannot go unpunished. Kill me.
Forget the Emperor. You're the Republic's prisoner now.
Serving the Emperor has been my life. Keeping me alive now would be torture.
Checking in, General. Looks like the Imperial Guard was cleared out. Commander Tainer survived the battle. Yes, sir. I'll relay the message. General Aves apologizes for our timing, but it looks like we weren't needed. We'll secure the museum. The General requests that you meet him back at the command bunker ASAP.
You've arrived just in time to witness the final troop deployment into Axial Park. The Empire's making a last stand. It might get messy, but we can hold our ground. Commander Tainer's already been transferred off-world. A lot of people wanted him dead.
The Emperor's probably put a price on his head.
A bounty hunter might be preferable to the Emperor's brand of punishment. With Axial Park under control, Capitol Square is just a tram ride away. We've already started planning our offensive. The legislature will be our primary target. The Empire's turned it into a fortress. It'll take more than firepower to get inside.
Do we have any information about their defenses?
Cole Kantaris is familiar with the legislature's security from his days in the Council Guard. He'll be our best starting point. You'll find Captain Kantaris in the Council Guardhouse in Capitol Square. He should be able to brief you.
Kantaris' information could be wrong.
If that's the case, we'll go to the Counselor. But we can't go in blind. I'll get back to troop deployment. When we know our next move, my men will be ready.
Here, we've got trouble. You remember Counselor Balos?
Captain Kantaris tells me the Republic's on their way here. You can't attack the legislature yet. The Empire's taken control of the Ion Wall, Corellia's most powerful defense system. They're planning to use it against the Republic.
This would have been nice to know earlier.
This thing's news to me too. Apparently it wasn't something the Council Guard needed to know about.
The Ion Wall was only intended to be used during an invasion. It's a weapon of last resort. But I have the codes. Why not turn it on the legislature's defenses instead?
Won't the Empire expect a counterattack?
They've been led to believe it's an impossibility. First, you'll need to point the Ion Wall's emitters at the legislature. They've been concealed inside statues around Capitol Square. Once the emitters are realigned, the Ion Wall can be activated. The controls are located inside intra-Corellian intelligence.
That's the catch. Intra-Corellian intelligence was one of the first places the Empire took over. It'll be crawling with Imperials.
Some Republic troops or a Corsair squad might even the odds.
You head over with more than you got and the Empire will know something's up. Nice and quiet is our best strategy.
The Imperials aren't the only danger, I'm afraid. Several members of the Dark Council arrived in Capitol Square a few days ago. One of them, Darth Acheron, was dispatched to intra-Corellian intelligence to keep the Ion Wall safe. You'll have to get past him.
Where's a Jedi for hire when you need one?
Jedi have lightsabers for a reason. One good shot is all you need.
I should go. There's a secure line from intra-Corellian intelligence to my office. Contact me once you've activated the Ion Wall.
The guardhouse is still linked to the legislature. We can't control their defenses, but we can tell when they go down. I'll get Corsac and the Republic into position. The minute you activate the ion wall, we attack.
Another chance more. You'll need us. The Republic's agent. Too powerful.
I watched an Imperial fall to a common mercenary. I have no desire to see it again. Soldiers are often more trouble than they're worth. You deserve better from your opponents.
Come on, did you really have to do that?
The fate of Corellia hangs in the balance. Mistakes cannot be tolerated. The Republic did well to send you here. If activated, the Ion Wall would disable ships, artillery, even the weapon in your hand. But your contact should have told you that the Ion Wall cannot be destroyed through the controls alone.
I sincerely have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Honest.
You should pray the Republic can protect its spy better than you have.
The ion wall's been activated, Counselor.
And it worked perfectly. The Empire's scrambling to find reinforcements. Now's your best chance. General Aves is starting the assault. Head for the legislature. Catch up with their men inside.
I've been ready for this fight since I landed.
Don't get caught up in revenge. The Republic has to win first. I must go. The Empire's moving the Council to a secure location. No more comm calls. I bet my life on a Republic victory. Don't disappoint me now.
It was an ambush, General. Imps came through a hidden entrance. Lost our CO, but the cavalry showed up just in time.
You've got my thanks. The Ion Wall did plenty of damage. The Empire's recovering fast. The Corellian Council's shortcuts aren't helping. As long as the Empire has the Council, they have their inside knowledge. We have to find them.
How much damage can the Council do?
Secret weapons. Contingency plans. There might be 10 things worse than the Ion Wall inside the legislature alone. We've gone over the schematics with Captain Kantaris. He's identified a holdout room intended to keep the Council safe in an emergency. Darth Hadra of the Dark Council was their escort. If they're in the holdout room, she'll be in there with them.
One member of the Dark Council might be my limit.
Well, we're hearing rumors of a third. You have Republic reinforcements, of course. Captain Kantaris is leading his own assault, but assures me his officers will come if called. The Green Jedi has also promised to send who they can spare.
How can I reach them if I'm in trouble?
Our techs have rigged the legislature's comm stations to connect directly to Republic dispatch. Use them to call for backup. Remember, the Corellian Council is the Empire's ace in the hole. Find them before there are any more surprises.
War in here. I need trained soldiers.
Locating nearest Republic squad. Transmitting your location.
This place is a maze. I could use some local help.
Contacting Captain Kantaris. Corsac is tracking you now.
Sure help right now.
Patching through to the Green Gardens. Uploading your coordinates. I assure you, Darth Hadra, this holdout room is impenetrable. The Republic will never break through.
Save your breath, Counselor. Even your little hiding place was not immune from the Ion Wall. You've turned the legislature into a battlefield. Is this your plan to lure the Council back to the Republic?
The Empire would let the Council go that easily?
You act as if they're hostages. Is it so hard to believe they would join the Empire willingly? After seeing the damage to the legislature, I was expecting an army. You should have come prepared. The holdout room is designed to protect and hide the Council. There are no comm stations here. All transmissions are blocked. Your allies are out of reach. Can you face me without your precious Republic?
All I want is the Council. Can't we make a deal?
Corellia's part of the Empire now. We wouldn't abandon her leaders.
Just her people, right? When I heard you were going after the Council, I rounded up Corsek's best. I wouldn't miss this for anything.
Then you've chosen your fate. Those who resist Imperial rule will die by my hands.
Well, Counselors, looks like it's just you and your angry constituency now. Acting Corsec Command can arrest heads of state with the Republic's approval. I want all of them. Councilor Belos, too.
But I spied on the Empire. I lied to a Sith Lord. I risked my life to help the Republic.
You were the first to suggest we join the Empire, Belos. How many credits were you offered to change your mind?
You can argue with each other in jail.
Corellia is not a democracy. Joining the Empire didn't require the people's approval.
You have no right to arrest us. We acted well within the confines of the law.
The Council made themselves kings at Corellia's expense. They all deserve to be punished.
You all started this war. Nothing can make up for that.
Take note, Captain Kataris. This is how the Republic repays her allies.
Only the ones who join the Empire, Counselor. General Aves will want a status update. Give us a minute to restore communications in here. Can you hear us, General?
Coming through fine, Captain. Without the Corellian Council's advice, the Empire's falling back on old tactics. They're not working. Once the legislature falls, the Empire will be vulnerable. I've got several squads ready to push them off Corellia, but they'll need a signal.
Broadcast comm in the Speaker's courtyard. Your signal will hit every comm station on Corellia, if you can reach it.
Just tell me where the action is.
The Speaker's courtyard is being protected by Darth Decimus, the last of the Dark Council members sent to Corellia.
He convinced the Corellian Council to join the Empire. He won't let Corellia go easy.
You won't have any backup here. Corsek's holding the Council. The Green Jedi are defending their enclave, and my men are in position.
I've been saving a few tricks for a fight like this.
Use everything you've got. If we lose the legislature, we lose Corellia. Once you've defeated Darth Decimus, contact me on the broadcast comm. I'll be waiting for your signal.
This is it. One Sith Lord between us and freedom. Corellia's counting on you.
Public trusts its victory to a simple mercenary. Will wonders never cease? I've watched your progress across Corellia. The Speaker's courtyard has been witness to it all. From this historic stage, I'll declare Corellia an official member of the Empire. Even your efforts cannot sully that.
You really think the average Corellian will stand for that?
The Corellians told their council to decide what was best. When the Empire evaded, the council provided coordinates. Coronet City's docks were emptied. Those who resisted were killed. The fleet moved into the shipyards. Imperial troops spread to Capital Square. Truly a glorious sight.
I doubt the Empire got a warm welcome.
Did you think the Council emptied the docks themselves? More Corellians support the Empire than you realize. One of your founders abandoned you. How much longer until Coruscant follows? Balmorra? Ord Mantell? Soon the entire galaxy will realize your weakness. The Empire needs no weapons to destroy the Republic. Only time.
You'll turn on the galaxy like you turned on Corellia.
Those who cannot live by the law will die by it.
Darth Decimus is defeated, General. Tell your men the legislature is ours.
No need to. Broadcast comm just sang it across Corellia. It's up to our reserves to push the Empire out completely. But we're already seeing major retreats. Corellia is free. We're getting ready to declare a formal victory to the Senate. Head for the press room when you're ready. Supreme Chancellor Suresh. Senators. The Republic's taken the legislature, and the Empire's on their last legs. It's all cleanup from here. The message went out across Corellia, and I'm proud to relay it to you on Coruscant. We will have our victory. We had plenty of help from our allies, but one man stood above the rest. We owe our victory to his efforts.
On behalf of the Senate, I'd like to thank you for your service to the Republic. The General tells us you were indispensable.
It took more than firepower to free Corellia from the Empire.
The Senate's heard many rumors about the Imperial invasion of Corellia. Before we continue, we'd like to hear the truth.
The Empire moved in with the Corellian Council's blessing. We fought their inside knowledge all the way to Capitol Square.
The Council showed no remorse for their actions. They've been arrested and removed from office.
The Council was loyal to the Republic for years. Why would they abandon us now?
Those traitors will never control Corellia again.
With the Council in jail, Corellia has no local leadership. There could be riots, crime sprees, further destruction. After all the damage the Empire's done, the Senate is hesitant to take direct control. Who should lead Corellia through their recovery?
We've got a war to fight. Corsac can handle things here.
We'll hold elections for a new council soon. Should be nice not answering to anyone for a while.
Corellia is one of our founding planets. There was no warning before they turned. How many more worlds might be on the brink? You brought Corellia back to the Republic. You have the Senate's attention. How can we prevent other worlds from joining the Empire?
Corellia's free because the people fought back. Their reward is a big pile of rubble they used to call home. Some people call that the cost of war. I call it unfair. The Republic's too focused on the big picture. Take care of the little guys first. You never know when you might need their help.
You have the Senate's promise. We'll see Corellia properly restored.
Before you go, we'd like to thank you properly. There's no medal or title that equals what you've accomplished. But this should help.
First-class blood stripes. Corellia's highest honor. Awarded to those who keep fighting despite the odds.
Thank you, Captain. I'd be proud to fight with Corsac again.
We'd be proud to have you, but I'm hoping our fighting days are nearly over.
You freed Corellia from the Empire and set events in motion that may end this war. You deserve more than our thanks. Our victory today sends a message. The Republic may falter, but we will never fall, as long as we keep fighting. Senators, let your voices be heard. Stand and recognize these heroes of the Republic.